Hi everyone, let's continue Keynes theory. And there are two important terms in this Keynesian theory: aggregate demand and consumption demand. First of all, we would understand aggregate demand and consumption demand. Aggregate demand means total expenditure which at given fixed prices all household and business firms want to make on goods and services in a period at various levels of national income. That means we are talking about as whole rather than individual. So in a two-sector economy, because Keynesian theory is based on two-sector economy, these are the two sectors. One is household and firms. So in a two-sector economy in which there is no government and foreign trade, these two sectors are missing. And aggregate demand consists of only two components. One is consumption demand, another one is investment demand. So we would understand aggregate demand two components, C plus I. C stands for consumption demand and I stands for investment demand. So one by one we will do it. Consumption demand means here is C equal to A plus BY. What do you mean by A? A means intercept term of the function, autonomous consumption. B stands for slope of the function. E stands for slope of the function. And by Y equal to, that means we are talking about income. So consumption demand means as for consumption demand, it depends upon the propensity to consume, a proportion of income that consumers tend to spend on goods and services rather than to save of the community and the level of national income. So, given the propensity to consume, as income increases, consumption demand will also increase. The most common form of short-run consumption function is C equal to A plus BY. So, that means we can say propensity to consume means as income is increasing, your consumption is also increasing. So, here is Keynes' theory: current consumption expenditure depends primarily on the current income. In this figure, you can see this one is the x-axis. We have taken national income. On the y-axis, consumption demand. This one A stands means autonomous consumption. See, if I will give example of this autonomous consumption means, suppose one student who is studying right now, but he is not earning a single rupee. So ultimately, what would happen? But still, he is consuming goods and services. He is every day, I mean, he is having some food, he is wearing clothes. He is having some shelter. Okay, fine, shelter. He is living with his parents. And if suppose he is living in the hostel, so somebody is paying for this hostel rent, food, lodging, etc. So ultimately, we can say this is the autonomous consumption. That means this person's income is zero, but still consumption is there. That is why this one is this curve consumption function that would start from this place. So here is Keynes' theory: current consumption expenditure depends primarily on current income. In this figure, a curve C slopes upward from the left to right, which shows as the income increases, amount of consumption demand is also increasing. So that is why it is said as your income is increasing, your consumption is also increasing. But this is the autonomous consumption. That is the minimum requirement you have. You are consuming. Next component of aggregate demand is investment demand. Investment demand depends upon two factors. One is marginal efficiency of capital, MEC, and the one is rate of interest. So MEC stands for expected rate of profit, which the business community hopes to get from investment in capital asset. It depends upon the replacement cost of capital goods on the one hand and profit expectation of entrepreneur on the other hand. It means a person they are expecting in future, and an entrepreneur they are expecting rate of profit in from business in future. That is marginal efficiency of capital, means whatever the capital they are investing in this business. Rate of interest means in any particular year, that means we are talking about short term, there will be a given level of investment demand which is determined by MEC and I, and does not depend on the level of income. Thus, in Keynesian theory of income determination, investment does not vary with the change in income, which is shown in this figure. You can see that is throughout the national income. This investment that is fixed because it depends upon the rate of interest. So here is autonomous investment, and rest is as the income is increasing, that would be fixed. It's not keep on rising or decreasing. That is this one is the on the x-axis we have taken autonomous investment. I mean, this is the figure of the autonomous investment. On the x-axis we have taken national income. On the y-axis we have taken investment. So in this figure, we have shown the aggregate demand with the help of consumption demand and investment demand. In this figure, you can say whereas we are showing both these things. Consumption demand, this is the aggregate demand. C stands for consumption demand. I stands for investment. So this is the AD, means aggregate demand is equal to C plus I. But here is this curve is showing consumption demand only. C equal to A plus BY. I stands for investment. So means both these components, again, I would repeat it. I means investment demand and C stands for, here is consumption demand. So we have taken in a single curve, both these curves are reflecting. Here is then after that AD equal to C plus I. This is the consumption demand curve, this is investment demand curve, and this is the aggregate demand. So we can reflect aggregate demand with the help of this curve. I think aggregate supply we will discuss in the next video. And after that, I will tell you how we can reach on equilibrium level of national income. So in the next video, I would discuss all these things. Thank you. Stay tuned. Keep watching.